This is our first trip back to the North Pasture after the mower came through, and you can already see that it's so very different. And I'll be walking closer to the fence today as a result. So the mowing cut most of the grass, but it's just laying here. And Crystal said people do that for mulching and stuff, but I think it probably needs to be raked or collected or something, but that is a huge job. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. He did a great job mowing right up here. Surprise, this is actually a gate, which is new to me. And he couldn't go right up to the fence, Mr. Mower Man. He had to mow a little further away, but already we can get to places that we couldn't before. This is the back side of that hill. The mower couldn't do the hill, so we have to do that manually, I guess. And you have a great view of the cell phone stuff, which is kind of exciting. The mower came around behind here. Thankfully, he did not go over that because that would have been real exciting. Still need to call them about that. And this needs some more work. There's a giant piece of Madrona lumber on the ground. I think that's what it's called. So I need to probably chop that up and do something constructive with it. So I think that over there is also ours, but I honestly don't know for sure yet, and I hope to find out. So this is so much easier to walk in and so much faster now that it's all cleared out. So I'm kind of excited. And again, obviously this stuff is going to need to be manually trimmed. I need to get some loppers because they're practically tree trunks back here. More of the holly. I'll look back to see just how clear it is. Pretty impressive. You walk right along the fence, which is pretty nice. He must have had a good time with his equipment there. But wow, you can definitely see the difference. I didn't realize it had such a dip in this back corner. That's pretty neat. All this was, of course, the broom. Still needs some more work. There's holly. I'll have to ask Crystal if that's something that we should worry about or if it's natural. And holy pants, this thing comes down to a big old dip. Look at this. Wow. So that'll be fun to investigate further another day. It's a giant hole in the ground as a result. And all of this was hidden from us. We couldn't even come here because there's just so much stuff. So, walking back up the hill. There's some rocks. Come as a surprise, at least to me. See the rocks. More rocks. And then he came closer to the broom again, to the fence rather. And folks over there, whoever they are, have a lot of broom too, because it's, you know, a thing. So, coming up to the gate. A rock. Here's the gate to nowhere. I mean, like literally, there's just fence behind it. Still amazed just how awesome it looks completely cleared out. I'm gonna finish this part of the walk over here. So I have to invest in some tools and start doing some of this myself. Wonder what that was about. Once upon a time. Some more over here. This is their apple tree that gives us apples. So this little room. This all needs to be scritchy scratched, taken down. There's some more over here by the trees. So this is all manual stuff. Good fun. I'm looking forward to it, kind of. And there's the path between the north pasture and the west pasture. It's the shipping container. And now let's look closer at these trees. There's a whole bunch of broken down pieces of tree and stuff. I need to go through and do something with that. Probably when I get some kind of chainsaw or some other tool to start chopping. Yeah, the mower took care of some of this stuff, or at least broke it down, but the rest really needs to be cut. So back to the fence. He went around this scrap and brush pile. Can't blame him. That should be burned probably. I get a burn permit, make myself a fire, and then I'll burn things. So you can see the fence all the way around. It took a lot less time to walk it. Here's some extra bonus things that I didn't know about. And of course all of this brush here, which would also be in the burning pile. This big pile here, another giant hole, goodness knows why. And lots of the brush and more of the rocks. So, the ball is definitely in my court for the next step of the process. And there's the bird bath. So that's the north pasture. He went around the apple tree fine. He went around the buckets, which were there marking rocks. But there's just more terrain than I expected. Things go up and down a lot more than I could tell from before. I think I like it trimmed down like this. So hopefully we can keep it down to a dull roar in the future. All right, that's enough in the north pasture. Goodbye.